IPMNation.com.
This is Jaded by Levy Brew.
This is my Christmas card, full of words that I will never share with you. Merry Christmas. I miss you. On a night just like tonight, all of these are gone, no blooms in sight. There was a chill in the air, my heart unaware. This was the eve that would change my life. We headed out just to be alone, snuck away from our friends, ignored our phones. You looked me right in the eye, and right there I knew why I wouldn't be the same after that night. Now every year I hear those Christmas chimes, I see them caroling. I flash back to that night, wishing you were here with me. The season ain't the same, it'll never be, 'cause I'm jaded, jaded. And here's my Christmas list of why I can't stand mistletoe, 'cause I'm not kissing you. I hate the falling snow, all it does is make me blue. No, my heart ain't filled with joy. To the world I'm bruised and I'm broken, broken. I think I'll pass on Christmas time. Christmas time, Christmas time. Ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if I wanna be alone, I couldn't escape red, green, and gold, and the memory of you clouds my mind just as true. Girl, every December I live through. Still every year I hear those Christmas chimes, I see them caroling. I flash back to that night, wishing you were here with me. The season ain't the same, it'll never be, 'cause I'm jaded, jaded. I think I'll pass on Christmas time. For me to find a way to let go. It's time for me to pack my things and just go in a one-horse open sleigh. I'll cry my tears 'cause I'm jaded, jaded. And here's my Christmas list of why I can't stand mistletoe, 'cause I'm not kissing you. I hate the falling snow, all it does is make me blue. No, my heart ain't filled with joy. To the world I'm bruised and I'm broken, broken. I think I'll pass on Christmas time. I can't stand mistletoe, 'cause I'm not kissing you. I hate the falling snow, all it does is make me blue. No, my heart ain't filled with joy. To the world I'm bruised and I'm broken, broken.
Very nice. Levy, is that you on the phone?
That is, yes, it is me. Hello, man. How are you?
Here he is, Levy Brew. Am I saying your name right? Is it Levy? It's not Levy, is it?
Yeah, you're pronouncing it correctly.
All right, good.
Levy. Rhymes with Chevy is what I usually do when I introduce myself to some people.
Very good. Well, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed, and I love the song. It's very cool. I don't play a lot of I have to be honest, I don't play a lot of Christmas music on the show, even, this time of year, but I do make some exceptions if I hear something I really like. And our mutual friend Kendra had sent me that song, and I really like it. Of course, it's kind of a Christmas song, but it's also kind of a love song, kind of a breakup song, I guess. Or how do you categorize it?
I would definitely. It's definitely a non-traditional Christmas song, but yes, I'd say it is a Christmas song about a breakup. it's a song that I actually wrote after I was dumped just before the Christmas holiday 3 years back, and it just completely ruined the holiday for me.
Oh man!
So yeah.
Jenny in the Facebook live chat comments, she says she really loves the song. Okay, so
thank you.
So I'm curious. So you were dumped was it on Christmas Eve or was it kind of just close to Christmas?
Actually, no. It was on Christmas Eve. It was actually on a ski trip.
Oh wow! Oh no kidding.
Yeah, it's the kind of things you can't. The story you can't really make up. So I was actually on a ski trip with a group of friends, and the next morning was Christmas Eve, and she decided right there before we went out to breakfast with everyone else that this wasn't working out anymore, and basically after the trip was, the end of everything. So I actually, I didn't end up writing it that weekend or anything. It was actually the following year after, just with all the emotions and everything that come with it, with the holiday season. It's the love and just being around, your family and your friends and everything like that. But kind of felt like crap, but hopefully this will be a victory for me, and it seems so already.
Absolutely, yeah. No, that's really cool, because anytime, whether it's with music or with anything else, whether it's in any type of art, when something negative happens to you, that you can then, it's obviously negative things happen to all of us, and heartbreak and whatnot, things that we have to deal with. But if you can not only deal with it and get through it and come out the other end in a positive mind frame and stronger for it, but you can go even an extra step and do something creative with it, actually create something with it. I think that's really, really cool. So good for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So, I definitely felt us heartbroken people, the single people, especially right now around the holidays, kind of need their own anthem against some of the more jollier or happier sounding holiday songs. So
yeah,
my little Grinch twist.
Did you when did this, was this a couple of years ago that this happened, or was this last year, or obviously?
Yeah. So this was a couple of years ago, but I didn't decide to actually record or shoot the music video that I did a few weeks ago until earlier this year.
Yeah.
At first, like many people, or I should say, my family and some of my friends are like, "Well, this doesn't really sound like a Christmas song," and I'm like, "Well, it's a Christmas song to me. It just makes sense."
Right.
Right. The goal is just to make sure, not only that I share my voice creatively, but hopefully that people out there connect to it also. So it's not as fresh, I should say, the breakup wound as it was initially. And every time I hear the song, yes, it brings me back to a place, but I'm not sulking about it.
Right. I would, and I think if I were you, my first comment to anyone who said, "Well, it's not really a Christmas song," I would be like, "Well, it does kind of mention Christmas several times in the song."
Right.
So, it really,
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it kind of is actually, but
right, didn't you hear the sleigh bells?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's kind of weird for someone to say, "Well, it's not a Christmas song." It's that, but it's more than that, which is really cool. Now, did you write it yourself? Did you write all the lyrics and music and everything?
Yeah. So the music was created by a friend of mine, and I actually just stumbled upon it. I didn't set out to write a Christmas song, and I've been writing for some time now. But it's only recently, as I mentioned, the past 4 or 5 years, where I've been actively pursuing it. But in terms of putting the song together, I was just listening to a few beats that he completed, and I heard this Christmas beat, and it's actually what he entitled it. It was just Christmas beat. And I knew it was just instant. I was like, I can do something with this. And I knew exactly the angle I wanted to approach. And to be honest, I literally wrote the song in a half hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's quick. Yeah.
Down a half hour. Yeah, and then the arrangement and everything, just came together a couple of weeks later.
Okay.
But it really was that easy, just writing down the melody and the arrangement and everything like that. Yeah, it was a 1, 2, 3 thing, kind of the same way she broke up with me. It was just 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Now I have to know: has she heard it? Do you know if she's heard it? Have you kept in touch with her at all?
So I don't know if she heard it. I can honestly say I believe she has. We still have mutual friends. I actually haven't seen her, and I haven't seen her probably about like 6 years maybe. Our paths haven't crossed, but I know that she again is still connected in the same circle that I'm in, and I can only I can only assume that she's heard the song, and maybe she thinks it's about her, or maybe she knows, I should say. But
right.
This is actually the first time I'm actually confirming the time of the breakup. So,
okay.
For a lot of my friends that are listening, I'm sure they're like, yeah, I knew it.
So I'm curious. I'm wondering if your mind works like mine does. Is there? Do you care if she knows, or is there a part of you that really hopes that she's heard it and she's aware that you took that experience and created something positive with it, and you just kind of not in a mean way, like, oh, I hope it makes her mad or something, but is there a part of you that just kind of, or maybe it's just, I mean, maybe I'm just being petty, but I know that's how mine. That's if
everyone has a little petty in them.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Well, so that's a revealing comment then. So is there a part of you that kind of hopes that she knows about it and has heard it?
Yeah. It honestly would be enough to know that she's actually heard it. I'm not really concerned so much if she likes it or doesn't like it, but just to know, as you said, that that I turned something that was negative for me, and I was just able to use the creativity, my creativity, and just turn it to something that I think is positive in the sense of not only for me, but again, something that a lot of people can relate to, and that is not always enjoying the romanticization of the holiday season.
Yeah, and it is. No, I think that's cool too, because that to create something that people can kind of relate to in that way. Even people who've never necessarily had a breakup right before Christmas, but just a lot of people get very lonely during the holidays.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not in a relationship, or maybe they don't have family who are around or whatever. So I think that's kind of a universal thing that people can relate to too, is that sense of loneliness. And I was thinking about that too, listening to the lyrics. You talk about, maybe I'll just skip Christmas this year, or I forget the exact wording that you used, but it's
yeah. It's like I'll pass on Christmas time.
Right. And that line, I have felt that way at times. It's like I heard that line and I thought, man, how many people have I heard say that at one point or another? They're just feeling that way. So it's not an easy time for a lot of people. So I think that's cool.
I definitely wish her well, but I hope that it doesn't happen to another person, especially around such a significant time of the year. But to touch on what you said, there's a lot of people who experience loneliness or, are missing loved ones this time of year. And I've unfortunately lost some people also around this time of year. So this song also serves a multi-purpose, but in terms of the emotion that I connect with it and how I wrote it. So I know I mentioned that, initially it's a breakup song, but again, it's just, I still think it's a song that you can connect with and something that you can love and enjoy, and there's still some wonderful things about the season that can help get you through it.
Absolutely, and I should tell people too. There's a great video that you made for the song, which is on YouTube that people can easily find. I mean, if you just search Levy Brew Jaded, it comes right up. And I really like the video. Was the video? Did you make that right after recording the song, or is that more recent?
That video was actually yes. It was after recording, and I can tell you it was freezing, freezing, freezing that night.
Yeah.
So the video is shot in Bryant Park in New York, and I'm not sure when was the last time you were there, but in Bryant Park, usually just after Thanksgiving, they have all these pop-up shops that are there for the holiday season and the ice skating rink and everything like that. So it definitely was the perfect setting for this. But again, it was probably one of the coldest nights that I've been out there. It was just, just standing there, the smiling, the not smiling, the singing, when I really just wanted to put a coat on or just pour hot coffee over me or something like that.
Right, no doubt.
It was a beautiful setting and definitely one of the magical places in New York and probably in this country around the holiday season, just all decked out, and you see people just walking around shopping and, enjoying hot chocolate and everything like that. Just everything that I think we grow up with, seeing and understanding what the Christmas season is the reason why I chose that backdrop and that venue for the music video. So it's very cool, and our friend Kendra was there, and she was a lot colder than I was. I mean, I fortunately had the beanie on, but she was coming from an event, and so she was, dressed for a night out, and God bless her patience and her help with that. So I thank her a lot if she's listening.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, most likely she is listening actually. So, so you live in New York?
No, so I actually currently I actually live in Connecticut right now. So I'm about 45 minutes outside of the city. So it literally is a hop, skip, and a jump away. Rent is kind of expensive out there.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it.
I did the New York thing for a while, but just easier to balance out here, so I can pursue and invest in myself and kind of enjoy everything that the city has to offer.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Now, have you recorded a lot of music? I did find a few other songs, and in fact, at the end of our segment here, I'm gonna play another track that I'm gonna ask you about in a minute, because I've a couple questions about it that I really like a lot. But that's not a Christmas song, definitely. But it's really I really dig it. But have you recorded a lot? Because online I found a few things, but I was looking for a little bit of information about you ahead of our conversation today, and you're kind of mysterious. There isn't a lot of I found your music, but I didn't find a lot of information about you, which is cool. It gives you some mystique and whatnot. But but do you have a lot that you've recorded?
So as I mentioned, I've been writing for a long time. So I was and more so ever since I actually came back to the U.S. So I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. And,
oh wow!
One of my coping methods, I should say, just coming back into the civilian life was writing.
Yeah.
And so, again, this is, pursuing this aspect of it and sharing my music is still something that's still in the, I'll say at this point, a toddler stage. So my footprint online isn't that great, but I've done some theater also in the past couple of years, and most recently this past fall, I was in a show in New York.
What show?
But so with music, I'm hoping to become a greater presence and definitely share the versatility in terms of my style and the people that I can reach out to.
What show were you acting in?
It was an off-Broadway show entitled Great Frontier.
Okay.
A poorly researched musical about Lewis and Clark.
Oh, cool. Very good. Good. How long were you in the Navy?
So I was in the Navy for 5 years, man.
Wow, good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. My dad was in the Navy. He was Navy SEAL during Vietnam, which I only just, I'd always known he was in the Navy, but I only just in the last few years learned that he was actually a Navy SEAL during Vietnam, because he doesn't, he doesn't talk about it too much. But while you were in the Navy, were you able to do anything creatively during that time, or is this all kind of happening since you've left?
Yeah, so not to this capacity. I'll say I was definitely one of the voices at my command, and when I say voice, doing the evening prayer, one of the communications personnel on board, PR people, so to speak, a junior aspect, not in the officer capacity, but I was able to definitely engage and interact with a few dignitaries and, just be a face. So that is the most that my creativity was allowed to be expressed during my time in the service, which is totally fine. But but again, once I got home, just making more of an effort to share my voice and just feeling the need to do that is just when it came out, just more when I came back home to the U.S.
Oh, of course, yeah. Now, right now, I mean, it looks like you just have singles, correct? Like you haven't done any. Yeah. You haven't done a full album. Do you have plans to, or because we?
Yes, yeah. So, So it's just singles right now. I'm probably going to release another single in January. Actually, the time frame is January, and a full album or EP will likely be out in March. So with that, you may find one or two of the songs that will be coming out in January and February on it.
Yeah.
But there will be some ballads on there, some more pop sounding songs, and more traditional R&B also. Oh,
very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, and that'll, so if you've got another single too coming, that'll give us, an excuse to have you back really soon. So that's great.
That will. We have to find a reason to celebrate the new year. So
absolutely.
I definitely don't want to, I think I have this, persona, or at least with this song, it's more so a very calm balladeer type guy, which is a side that I definitely enjoy and I'm not ashamed of, but, I definitely want to show that I can get out and get the crowd riled up and have a good time. So the next single is definitely going to be more upbeat and will show that, and it will showcase that. Yeah.
Cool. Have you been playing out? Have you been doing any live shows?
I'm actually going to be doing a show tomorrow night in New York. Yeah, at the Footlight Bar. They're hosting their Xmas Spectacular 2, a solstice celebration. So it's a great bill. A lot of acts. Kendra will be there also. Myself, I know the Villains. So performing there tomorrow night. I've done a couple of private events also. And that will basically wrap up the rest of December for me. And we'll see what January and February has coming up. I mean, February is another loving holiday, so I can sing some sad songs then. I can dig in my archive.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. What did somebody did you ever have anyone break up with you like right on or before Valentine's Day?
I have no breakups, knock on wood, for Valentine's Day, but I just have more experience of being down on Valentine's Day than I do on Christmas. So I'm just
really
that's just that's a jaded holiday for me too. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely appreciative of that half off chocolate the day after.
No, I know what you mean though. A lot of people really, really loathe Valentine's Day. It's interesting, I mean, people get lonely and melancholy during Christmas, but Valentine's Day really just brings out the dread in some people. And of course, some people love it, but, there may be an opportunity there for a part 2 of Jaded if you.
Part two. I'll grab the pen and paper after we talk.
There you go.
Run to the laptop, maybe. Actually, just type it all out.
So in a minute, we'll let you go in a moment, Levy. It's been wonderful to talk to you, but I want to ask you about I'm going to play this other track. It's I had to make a little radio edit of it, but the song I found online of yours that I love. It's called "Love Suicide," and And so I have to ask an obvious question. Is this about the same girl?
Yeah. There's levels to breakups.
Yes.
And, we go through stages of emotion. And she's given me a lot to work with. So I admit that, yes, it's about...
Well put.
But... she's given me a lot to work with. So at least with that song, it's through the lens of letting her know that she has made the mistake.
Yes.
To understand the lyrics. That's the lens that I wrote it from, and that's the lens that I'm singing from. She committed love suicide.
Very good. Oh, there's Kendra. I see Kendra in the. She is listening on Facebook. Very good. Yeah, and
hey, Kendra.
and this song. So I'll ask you also a similar question I asked about Jaded. I think I can guess the answer, but this one, you probably do really hope that at some point she's heard this, right?
This one, yes. This one, yes. No shame. Yes.
Do you know if she has?
Because I'm talking to Matt. I have Kendra. You know what I mean? I have.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope she's heard this. I hope she's heard this one. Jaded, I'm okay with. But love suicide, yes.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
My God! And now I'm sure our mutual friends will somehow make us run into each other. Thanks a lot, Matt. I'm going to have to talk to you about that probably.
Hey, that's a good thing. You get to, you're getting some traction with your music. You're on the radio. That's a good, don't you kind of want to run into her now?
No.
Okay.
I don't want her to be the muse for all of my creativity and music. So I want to show some growth.
I think I understand.
I want to have some growth.
I think I understand the psychology of this. So you don't want her, you don't want her to have the satisfaction of knowing that she's been the muse of this music.
I will not answer any. I will not answer that.
I think I understand, Levy, because I think we think alike about these things. But
yeah.
No, I really do love this song. So before we let you go and before I play this, please tell us if you want to plug your show again tomorrow night for people who are listening online in New York, and also too, tell us whatever else we need to know about connecting with you online. If you have a website you want to mention and all that good stuff so people know how to find you.
So tomorrow night, if you guys are around, I'll be at the Footlight Bar in Brooklyn. Doors open at 8 p.m. for the Xmas Spectacular. Great venue, great lineup. Of course, as mentioned, I'll be there performing a couple of songs, including Jaded. My good friend, our good mutual friend Kendra will be there performing also with tons of other acts. It's definitely a diverse lineup, so no matter what your favorite genre is, I know that you'll be able to not only enjoy yourself, but enjoy the holiday spirit with all of us there. In terms of following me and linking up, my Instagram and my YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, everything is Levy Brew. That's LEVYBRU. Feel free to follow me and come along this wonderful journey and become a brew fanatic with me and definitely grow. And, I'm just so grateful for this, and I'm so happy that people are enjoying this song, and hopefully they share it, and I hope to, come up to New Hampshire and some other places and just perform it live for them.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Hey, by the way, is Levy, I've never met anyone with the name Levy. Is that short for anything?
So much. Levy, I am also, unfortunately the son of a preacher man.
Oh, okay.
And so my parents, the name is chosen from the Bible.
Okay.
Leviticus. And Levy is the name.
So
Levy is the name. Levy is the stage name.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow.
But that's the source. Yeah, that's the source that my parents went to to name their fourth son.
Yeah. Do the other kids also have? Do your siblings also have kind of? I mean, you don't have to tell me their names, but do they also have biblical names?
So, no, half of us do. So the older half, have a Samuel, There's Aaron. I'm Levy, of course. Well, I'm Levy. Duh.
Yeah.
But once we came to the U.S., my parents have chosen quote unquote American names for my siblings. So the younger siblings, Jim, Jason, V. So it's a nice blend of a biblical family and what my parents viewed as American traditional names. So,
that's interesting.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. But you have the most interesting name though of the bunch, so that's cool.
Thank you. I think so. But I still go through that challenge as we start off the show with people. Well, not you, but some people, just going by Levi or Levy.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And sometimes I even tell them, I'm like, I'll say, hey, I'm going to spell a word and you tell me how you pronounce it. And I end up, I ask them to spell Chevy, and I'm like, well, how come it's Chevy, not Chevy? And they're like,
right.
Chevy. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm Levy.
I have to admit, when I first saw your name, I did wonder, is it possible that it's Levi and this is just an alternate spelling? Because I'd never seen Levi spelled any way other than Levi. But then again, there's a lot of names. I mean, there's a whole trend going on where people have really unusual spellings for names. So I did kind of wonder, but then I thought, no, it's probably Levy. So I'm glad I went with my instinct.
Yeah, I'm glad you did also, and it's a fair assumption. It's not something that makes me mad, and I know it's not the last time I'll experience this. But yeah, Levy is unique enough, and there's no reason for me to come up with another type of stage name. So
no, it's cool.
Definitely grateful for my parents for coming up with that name. And
I dig it. Yeah, I technically have a biblical name because I am named for. I am named for Matthew in the Bible, but of course, but there's nothing interesting about the name Matt. It's just so common. So. All right.
The guy who's on the radio. No.
Yeah. That's right. All right. Well, so I'm going to play this track in a second. This is great, Love Suicide, but we'll let you go. Levy Brew, thank you so much, man. And
thank you.
When the new single is ready, you said probably January?
Yes. So it'll be ready by the end of January.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited about that.
Okay, great. Please keep me posted, and we will have you back when you're ready to put that out, and we'll do this again with the new track.
That'll be great. And to everyone listening, thank you so much. Jaded, you can find it on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Google Music. Anywhere you listen to music, you can definitely find the song. And I hope you all enjoy your holiday season. Thank you again so much, Matt.
All right. You got it, Levy. Thank you. Take care, man. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. That was Levy Brew. That was great. I really, and thank you, Kendra, for connecting me with him. That was, I really enjoyed talking with him. And, we're going to go ahead and play this. So this is called Love Suicide. I really like this a lot. This is definitely not a Christmas song in any way, shape, or form. Before we do that, hello to Steve Pascucci, who joins us in the Facebook live chat. He says, Merry Christmas, Matt, and Merry Christmas, Peter, because Peter White's in there as well. And did I see somebody else in there? No, okay. Let's go ahead and play this. This is great. And then we will be back with more Matt Connarton Unleashed in the afternoon. We are live on WMNH 95.3.
Suicide, girl, it's such a crime for me and you rise. you're going back into your old ways. Hanging out, creeping, now I know I'm crazy. That I could ever make you my lady. Yeah, you wish me. And now you wanna act all sorry like and cry and saying now you wanna be my wife. Tell me when you're gonna stop living your double life. Girl, get away from me. You put this all upon yourself. You only have yourself to blame. I'm not dealing with your crazy anymore. Cause I tried to fit you in. My friends told me that I was insane to let you come back into my life once again. It didn't matter how much I loved you. Now my eyes are open, baby, I see the truth. Sorry girl, but I have to get rid of you. Can't deal with you no more, no. Cause you committed love, suicide. Girl, it's such a crime for me to look in your eyes and watch you softly cry as you fade away and slowly start bleeding now. You committed love, suicide. Girl, it's such a crime for me to look in your eyes and watch you softly cry as you fade away and slowly start bleeding now. Just slowly start bleeding now. Start bleeding now. Start bleeding now. You committed love, suicide.
IPMNation.com.